welcome back. You're in the C Space Studio, sponsored by Integral Ad Science here at CES 2024. I'm your host, James Kotecki, and joining me right now is one of the executives from our very own sponsor, Integral Ad Sciences, Yannis Dosios. You're the Chief Commercial Officer, and thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So we had your CMO in earlier, obviously, but I like everybody to take a crack at kind of defining the brand. So what is Integral Ad Science? What does it mean in 2024?
Yeah, so Integral Ad Science is a global media measurement and optimization platform. And what we do is we deliver the world's most actionable data to drive superior results for the world's leading advertisers and publishers and platforms. We're investing very much in artificial intelligence and ML to make that happen, and we're excited to innovate a lot this year.
And I understand you have some exciting news about eye tracking technology, eye tracking.
Yes.
So tell me about what that means and what you're talking about here at CES.
Indeed, we are very excited about this. We've announced our quality attention measurement offering, which is the first offering in the market that combines both media quality with eye tracking data from the largest consumer biometric data set from Lumen Technologies. And it does so in a way that it uses machine learning technology to combine those two together and to deliver superior results for advertisers.
Yeah. So let's dive into that. Like, how does that work? Where is the data coming from? Can anybody, are people contributing to this data set all the time? Does it have to be someone goes into a lab and their eyes are measured? Like, how does this actually look in practice?
Yeah, well, let's first take a step back and talk a little bit about attention itself. You know, attention is a very important topic right now. There's a lot of both complexity around attention and a lot of interest among advertisers, because the world that advertisers live in is becoming increasingly complex.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of importance for advertisers for them to actually drive superior results with data. So the way our technology works is we combine we use machine learning and artificial intelligence to take a panel of 650,000 plus users with eye tracking from Lumen, take all that data from that, literally observing the behavior of people looking at interacting with ads, and combining that with media quality signals from IAS, from the core IAS technology. Things like viewability, or the environment of the ad, or the interaction of the ad, and we combine all that using machine learning technology to create one aggregate attention score.
Yeah.
And then advertisers can then use that score to drive better planning, better activation, better creative into their decisions. Now, one of the things that's really important for marketers is to drive superior results with the data that they get from things like attention. So one of the things I'm most excited about with attention is that we're able to demonstrate the link between higher quality attention and better results for advertisers. For example, campaigns that have higher quality attention have more than 130% increase in conversion rates, or more than 91% increase in brand intent. So these are the types of metrics that we want to demonstrate to advertisers that by optimizing for attention, they're actually driving better results.
As you were saying that, it kind of struck me that it's like a way to make eye tracking make sense, I suppose.
Yes.
Because I imagine if you just had eye tracking data, but not the IAS data that you're talking about, you'd have, where the eyeballs are going, but you couldn't tie it towards things like the quality of the media.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Think of the eye tracking as one very important element of whether someone is paying attention. Is their eye actually on the ad? But then you need to understand, is the ad in a very crowded space? What is the, how many ads are around your specific ad, or how much content is around it, and what other actions is the user doing in order to engage with your ad? Are they turning the volume on or off, or are they scrolling in certain ways? These combined, all these metrics together, can give you a much better understanding of whether the user is actually paying attention and driving results.
And you mentioned you're using AI, ML as part of this process. How much of that is novel? How much of that have you had to invent or advance in order to actually get the results that you want?
We've been investing in AI and ML for many, many years. There's a reason science is in our name. We are a science company that's been using artificial intelligence and ML, and we're applying that to a vast data set. We have over 280 billion data signals that we process every single day.
Yes.
So that's a very big data set that we work with. A lot of the innovations that we've been making recently is using AI on that data set in novel ways. So we can use that, for example, to segment the data and create contextual segments that we can act on. We're using AI also to do things like prediction or decisioning. So actually helping advertisers, based on our data, come up with recommendations to optimize their campaigns. And we're using also AI to protect the brands. So to very easily detect, is there a threat? Is there actually something not appropriate for the brand in this particular content? and allowing the advertisers to act on that as well.
It seems like you found a lot of interesting ways to apply it. Is there still like a nagging or gnawing question in your mind about like, what is there another thing that you need to understand about AI, or what's next on the agenda for you as you think about the questions here?
Yeah, it's the big question is really how can we use AI to come up with even more powerful insights to drive even more powerful results for advertisers. And the things that the advertisers really care about, and we speak with a lot of CMOs, even here at CES, they care about maximizing the ROI,
yes,
maximizing their conversions that they're doing. They want to minimize their waste, they want to protect their brand, and they want to be socially responsible. These are all the things that they want. And then on the publisher side, they want to maximize their yield, and they want to have a good consumer experience. Some of the things that we've actually learned about the application of AI is that it can have a very meaningful impact in understanding the in-depth the content that you're analyzing. For example, one of the big trends in the industry right now is video. There's a lot of video content getting created, a lot of content inside social networks, and marketers really want to understand what's inside that video. Don't just tell me the description of the video, they want to understand exactly if the video is safe for their brand. So we used AI and ML with a product called Total Media Quality to analyze a video frame by frame and analyze each image, text, and sound, and be able to understand the risk of that video, the risk levels and the risk categories, and align that to standards like GARM and IAB, so we can then empower advertisers to say, this is the level of brand safety and suitability that I'm comfortable with, and these are the videos that I need to take action on because I don't meet that. So it's that type of application of AI and ML that is the future of this technology. And one of the things I'm excited about is that it leads to better results. When we analyze our total media quality versus traditional metadata analysis of videos, it is 3 times more effective, and that's really what we're striving for.
3 times more effective is an incredible boost. And this is actually something I was just going to ask you, which is, do you think there are home runs kind of still hiding in the data that current or future applications of AI will be able to find? Yeah. Or is it at this point mostly about getting, to continue the baseball analogy, base hits, right? Is it about just incremental improvement, or is there going to be some amazing counterintuitive insight that humans would have never found that just allows people to kind of go bonkers in their performance?
I think there's both singles and lots of home runs waiting for us. Okay. And I think, as I think about the analogy of singles, I think about applying AI and ML to more and more platforms. For example, bringing that, for example, to CTV, which is another very big area of growth, or audio, or other places. As I think about the real home runs, and what gets me excited is to tie all the way to outcomes and conversions. That type of more deterministic. You identify a trend, you make a recommendation, the advertiser optimizes based on that recommendation, and you can demonstrate pure ROI lift. To me, that is a very important future step of AI and ML.
And what's your biggest challenge in getting to that future?
Honestly, it is we are on our way. We're on our path. I don't think there's anything major that is standing in the way. A lot of this is actually getting the data in, building the models, doing it in a responsible way.
Doing the work.
Doing the work and making sure you do it responsibly. That's super important. Making sure that we build AI models without bias. Yeah. Making sure that we build AI models that are privacy respectful. And then also partnering with other companies in the industry to get all the data together, because you want to combine data from eye tracking, from audience, from conversions, from media quality. So bringing all those parties together as an ecosystem so that we can connect all the dots all the way from an impression to a user, all the way to a conversion event and an impact for the brand. That is what we need to do.
So we're here at C Space, that's the media marketing, advertising, branding section of a much bigger technology show, CES. Yes. So in this large ecosystem in which we play a part, are there other technologies? Is there a technology that you're really excited about in addition to everything we've been talking about today?
Yes, I'm excited about many technologies in our space, which is why I'm in this space. Is one of the most dynamic spaces. So attention is a very big one. One of the areas that I'm really excited about is connected television. Yeah. And we've been having a lot of meetings here at CES, both with advertisers, with agencies, with publishers, with OEMs, with broadcasters. Make no mistake, linear TV consumption is increasingly moving into CTV, and advertisers and marketers are just thirsty for understanding the CTV experience and having the same level of confidence and transparency on CTV as they do on linear TV. So I think there's a lot of innovation happening. Some of it involves having publishers provide more transparency into the content that they show on CTV. Some of it involves companies like us, IAS and Publica, analyzing that data and creating really actionable insights for optimization. And another part that I'm excited about is companies like Publica, which is part of the IAS family, creating a superior CTV user experience. So making sure we optimize the user experience, for example, so that you don't have competitive duplication or like have two competitors side by side. You don't see the same ad again and again. How many times has that happened to you?
Right.
But also just have a richer, a more targeted, and more relevant experience on CTV. So I'm really excited about that feature.
So if we're talking again here in 5 years, we should really see some significant advancements there.
Absolutely, and I think in 5 years, you're looking at, in my opinion, CTV being much more mainstream and the way people consume and drive a lot of advertising on both advertiser and publisher side. But I also think AI and ML in 5 years, I can't wait to see how it's going to revolutionize advertising and publishing.
Well, it's an optimistic note to end on. Yannis Dosios, Integral Ad Science, you're the Chief Commercial Officer, and you've been a great guest. Thank you so much.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much.
And of course, we really appreciate Integral Ad Science for sponsoring the C Space Studio. I'm your host, James Kotecki. We're here at CES 2024. So many great conversations are coming up, so stay with us, come back, do whatever you have to do. We will be live when we come back.